Hey everybody, welcome to Simple to Stunning Sundays. I'm Dina Rico with the Creativity Cave, and I'm so excited to share with you just the most adorable card ever. We are going to use the Warm and Toasty stamp set, which is part of our holiday catalog. And this is also a stamp set I'm going to be featuring in my game night this month. You can register for game night. We have a really good time by sending me an email. I'll put the information in the description of this video for you. But I have 3 really cute cards to share with you today. So you have to let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. So we're going to start with a piece of Pool Party cardstock. This is just half a sheet, and let me give it a good crease with my bone folder. And then I've got a piece of 3.5 by 4 3/4 Whisper White that I'm going to actually do my stamping on. And I'm going to use this super cute little polar bear. I like to think of this as a baby polar bear, but it could be full grown. It's really hard to know. So I'm just going to stamp him kind of down here in the corner like this. Now, my favorite part about this is coloring. Here's why. A polar bear is white, so you really don't have to color a whole lot. But I've got a couple tips to make your polar bear extra cute. I'm going to use some Pool Party blends, and I'll start with the darker. And I'm just going to, first of all, put him on the ground. We don't want him floating in midair because that would be weird, right? So he's just going to be sitting on an iceberg, I suppose. And then I'm also going to color his butt a little bit because, I mean, a butt is cute on a polar bear. We gotta highlight it, accent it a little. And then I am also going to take my Flirty Flamingo marker. Ooh, that stinker. Where did it go? And, oh, actually, first I'm going to blend this with my light Pool Party. So I just want to blend the butt just a bit. Do a little on the iceberg. And there we go. That looks good. Really accents that butt. I wanted to say, like, does this iceberg make my butt look big? But we don't really have a stamp for that. Okay. Next, I will take my Flirty Flamingo. And I'm going to color in his ears and the little pads on his paws. And maybe a couple cheeks. Oh my gosh, how stinking cute is that? Okay, so we've got that done. Then I'm going to take some Pool Party ink and stamp my sentiment, which is, here's to a cool Yule. So, oh my gosh, this is just so cute, right? All right, now to finish my simple card up, I'll take a little bit of my Pool Party ribbon. This is just Pool Party sheer ribbon, and we'll tie a little knot here at the top, which is pretty easy to do, especially when you can find your snips. And then I'll just adhere this to my card. So really nice, simple card to start with, and then we're going to step it up and make it even cuter. Okay, so I've got that. I'll scooch this up just a little. One thing that's so nice about this ribbon and many of our ribbons is that it lays nice and flat. It's a new sheet of dimensionals. Oh, so exciting. Okay, so we'll put these dimensionals on the back of our card and then pop this up. Now, this is a super simple card, right? I know. It's adorable, but we're going to make it even cuter. Okay, So for our next version of our card, I am going to start once again, pardon me, with my Pool Party card base. And this time I wanted to take and add a little bit of printed paper. So this is from our Snowflake Splendor DSP pack, and I'm just going to adhere that right to my card with a little bit of my seal. Like so. Okay, next, rather than stamping on a Whisper White panel, I die cut this label. This is from the Tasteful Labels dies. And so we're going to stamp our cute little guy right on here. Like that. And we'll once again color him. Maybe we'll try to accent his butt just a teeny bit less this time. I'm just saying. We still need to put him on his iceberg. And maybe a little butt accent, not too much. Okay. We'll blend that out just like we did before. And make sure his butt is not too overly accented. And then, of course, once again, we'll do the pink with our light Flirty Flamingo. Now, if this is too dark, you could put just a little bit on there and then add some color lifter to soften it, but I think it's okay. Okay, so there we go. That looks adorable. And then we're going to pop him up onto our card. And I think actually what I want to do as well is add a little ribbon, but this time I'm just going to do a little zigzag. Okay, and to do that, I'll put a little bit of seal down just to hold it'll hold my ribbon in place. And then I'm just gonna do my little zigzag of ribbon. I love doing this because it adds just a nice little touch without it being too overbearing. I'll put that down. And then you can see the ribbon is held in place. That looks great. Now I just want to add my sentiment to here as well. Okay. So there we go. A little crooked, but that's okay. Here's to a cool Yule. So that is a cute card. So we've got a simple, we've got a stepped up. Now let's pull out all the stops. Here comes our stunning card. Once again, I will start with a beautiful Pool Party card base. Oh, always love Pool Party for a card base. It's such a good color. Next, I took and die cut, or I'm sorry, not die cut, but rather embossed a panel of Whisper White with my Winter Snow embossing folder, and I'm going to adhere that to my card. Like so. Okay. Next, I cut down my DSP. I use the same pattern, but I'm just going to trim it down a little bit so it'll adhere on my card base. And I didn't quite trim it all the way, so let me pull my trimmer out and we'll just make this a little shorter to 4 1/8 inches. And this is 2.5 inches wide. Okay. I also cut a panel of Pool Party that I'll put on here, and I think this is the same size as my original, which is 3, no, not quite. So this panel is 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. And I'm going to place it right here, so I've just kind of got it arranged, but I also want to stamp my sentiment on it, just like I was doing before. So here's to a cool Yule. We'll stamp that right there, and that looks great. Then I wanted to do my stamping once again on that label. So I've got my label. We'll stamp our cute little bear, and 3rd time's a charm. We're going to get that butt perfect this time. I just know it. I can feel it. So we'll give him a little coloring. You got to put him on his iceberg. We got to accent his butt a little, but not too much. We'll blend it out. I bet you didn't think you'd be talking about polar bear butts as much today as we have, right? Okay, so there we go. And one last time, we'll fill in the pink. And this time I'm going to not do the little rosy cheeks. And you can tell me if you like the rosy cheeks or not. I can't decide. So you'll be able to compare and contrast here in just a minute. All right, so he looks great. And then let's put the card together. So I'm going to adhere this panel directly onto my card. So we'll put that on with some seal. And that looks great. Then I'm going to adhere that piece of printed paper right over the top. And I kind of like that. It's a fun layout, a little bit different design than just, you know, the various layers. So I kind of like that. All right. And then I'm going to pop my label up onto my card. But I've got a couple of really awesome touches and an amazing tool to share with you. So we've got our cute little label die once again. Now this time I want to add my ribbon. I want to add a little bow of ribbon to this. So to do that, I'm going to start, actually, I'm going to just set this one aside for a sec. I'm going to start by using a really cool tool. This is a jumbo bow maker, and this is something that my husband helped me create, and it is going to create 5 different size bows. Everything from teeny tiny to medium to pretty large for a card. So here's how it works. I'm going to take my ribbon. I'm going to put it kind of in this little slot. It's mainly just a placeholder. And then I'm going to decide how big a bow that I would like. So I'm going to go with this sized bow. So basically these are the sizes of loops that I will get from this. So let's see. Yeah, I think that will work. Then what I'm going to do is cut the end off. And basically you can just slide it in that placeholder slot once again, and then trim your ribbon so that it's about even on both sides. And that part's not critical at all. You just want to trim it about the same size or same length as you started with. Okay, I'm going to push this through the hole in the bottom. So this is the layer that's crossing over the top. I pushed it down through the center, and then I'm going to bring it back up in the middle here. And then I'll grab the other end, and I'm just going to tie a knot. So really, really, really easy to do. Now when I tie that knot in the back, like so, I'm going to flip this over and then pull it off the bow maker, and voila, a perfect bow every time. Okay, I'm going to add my perfect bow right to my card. I'll trim these ends. And oh my gosh, it just was perfect. I know many people struggle with tying nice bows, and this one was just so easy. So I'll just attach it with a glue dot right to my card, like so. But wait, there's more. Okay, so that looks really cute, but we for sure need some embellishments on here. So I've got my adhesive back sequin snowflakes, or adhesive back snowflakes. There's kind of some bluish ones and pinkish ones. I'm going to use the blue ones, and I'll just use my take your pick tool to pop a few of these off and place them on my card. So we'll put one up there, one at the bottom next to my sentiment, and then a third up top. And oh my goodness, that little shimmer adds such a nice touch to this card. So here you go, guys. 3 amazing cards, but we should probably stamp on the inside, right? Okay, now one of the other sentiments that comes in this stamp set says, sharing Christmas cheer. And then I've got a couple cute little snowflakes that I'm going to stamp on here as well. So I'll just do a couple there and a couple down there. So a really sweet inside and a really sweet outside. Okay, so let's bring all three of our cards back in. We've got our simple card, we've got our stepped up card, and then we've got our stunning card. So definitely let me know which one is your favorite. Now, would you like to get your hands on one of these bow makers? Oh, they're so awesome. So there's an easy way to get one. They're not for sale, but they are available for free with a purchase. And so if you shop my online store and spend $100 between now and the 22nd of November, you will get one of these free along with my gold treat bag. And the gold treat bag will have some fun things in gold inside, as well as this amazing jumbo bow maker. Now, I want to take just another minute to show you a couple other things you can do with it. So let me grab my ribbon. Besides the fact that I can make a whole bunch of different sizes of bows, and let me show you one more. I'm just going to put this in here. Okay, so we start with the slot, and then you decide how many tines from the center you want to go at. So I'm going to do a bigger bow this time. So I'm going to the second to the last one. And I'll wrap my ribbon around that second to the last one. And that looks great. But you know what? I want this to be a really kind of a fancier bow. So I'm going to go around one more time. Okay. So I've gone around twice now with my ribbon. And then I'm going to bring it down to the slot and then give it a trim. I like putting it in the slot because it's just easier to judge whether you've got your ends pretty even or not. And again, that's not a critical step. It just helps me, I think. Okay, so then I want this to go on top of all the other layers of ribbon, down through the hole, and then up through the middle. Okay, then we'll take this out of that slot and we'll tie it on top. Okay, just gave it a good tie. Now we'll turn this over and pull this off, and look at that. It's a double bow. It's so pretty. Okay, so there we go. You could add this to treat packages, gift boxes, cards, whatever you'd like. So pretty. Let me show you the different sizes of bows you can make with your bow maker. This is the smallest size, and look at that. It's like a little bow tie. It's so stinking cute. This would be so great for all kinds of different projects. Next up, I have the second size. This is the one we did on our stunning card. Okay, this is the third size, which is just a little bit smaller than the double bow we just made. And then there's our double bow. And then the final sized bow I have not made yet, but I'd like to show it to you once more. This time I'm going to use a little different ribbon. I'm actually going to use some linen thread for this because it works for that too. So just like before, I'm going to start with my linen thread, and I'm going to go about 1 inch off the end. Again, measurement's not critical at all. I'm going to go all the way out around the whole outside. And just like before, I think I'm going to do a triple bow. Okay, I'll cross this over and then cut it so it's about 1 inch, hanging 1 inch off the end. Again, not critical that the measurement's correct. Okay, so once again, I just want to make sure that the end that I'm going to tie with goes on top of all my layers, and then I'll push it through that center hole. I'll bring it back up through the middle, and then I'll tie it with the other end. Okay, we'll tie this in just 1 knot like that. Now, because this is linen thread, I want to make sure I get it nice and tight. I'm going to pull this off carefully. And then I'm going to just give my ends one last little tightening just to make sure they're good. Okay, now these are probably bigger loops than I would do with linen thread, but I just wanted to show you how you could do it. So this is a triple bow, and you can see I've got my 3 loops. I think this largest size would probably work best with just regular ribbon, but I wanted to give you an idea of the size. So I'll just set that down there. Again, probably not the prettiest bow, but you get the idea. So it makes 5 sizes of bows in one simple little bow maker. I'll tell you the first 3 are probably the sizes you'll use the most, but it's nice to have extra big bows for packages and different things like that, home decor. So this works on all sizes of ribbon. In fact, let's do one final bow. I'm going to show you some big ribbon. This is from one of our ribbon combo packs in the holiday catalog. So just like before, I'm going to leave this off the end. I'm going to tie a nice big bow with this one. I'm going to wrap it around, and I'll leave a little bit more because this is a bigger bow. So I've got about 2 inches hanging off this end here. Okay, just like before, I'll push this down over the top of my other end of ribbon, and I'll bring it up through the center. Okay. I'll just tie this nice and tight and pull this off my bow maker, and there we go. That's what that largest bow looks like. So really nice. This would be great to add to a home decor piece or something like that. Really pretty. And if you need to, you can tighten that bow a little bit further. What's nice is when you pull on these bows, you don't undo them, which is sometimes what happens when you're trying to kind of adjust, a bow that you just hand tied. So, oh, I love the look of that bow. Very nice. So again, if you would like to get one of these, you can get it free along with a few other fun goodies with my golden treat bag. All you need to do is shop my online store, and everything I used today is linked to my online store in the description of this video, so check it out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. There's a little subscribe button right there in the corner so that you don't miss any more of my awesome videos in the future. And thank you guys so much for stamping with me today. If you like this video, a thumbs up would be great. And I can't wait to stamp with you some more soon. So I will be in touch and stamping with you shortly. Have a great Sunday, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.